Sometimes I count my blessings, and one of the blessings that I count first and foremost is I was never in debt. One of the things that I really find in my life is amazing is that I never had to buy things that I couldn't afford. There's a rule of thumb that says if you can't afford to buy something twice, you can't afford it. For instance, if you want to buy a machine like this, and it costs $4,000. If you don't have $8,000, don't buy it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to spend the 4 grand on that machine, and then something's going to go wrong. You're going to blow a tire, you're going to blow a CV boot, you're going to puncture a gas tank, whatever it is, and it's going to put you out $500. And then you're going to realize that that machine's now $4,500, but you only had 4,000. And now you got a machine that's dead in the water, can't be used, and now you can't even sell it. So this is why the metric is so important. See, life is a series of metrics and patterns. And if you understand the patterns and the metrics to get around those patterns, you get to live a life that nobody else gets to live. And that's why we're called the 1%. The 1% of the people are debt-free. They are mortgage-free. They have income coming in. You see, I don't have a lot of income coming in, but I don't have expenses either. My capital expenses were taken care of when I was young. You see, between the ages of 20 and 30, instead of going out to the bars and having fun, what you need to do is buckle down and get your work together. Start getting good at something. Because once you're good at something, you'll realize that you get better at it. That's how it works. See? And when you're good at something, you enjoy it. And when you enjoy what you do, all that happens is that you get better and better and better. And you get so good at what you're doing, well, people start paying you for your experience and your knowledge and your talent and your wisdom. And what I want you to understand from this talk, if you've listened to this part, type in blessings. I want to know how many people are paying attention. And that's the thing about the blessings, right? It's up to you to count the blessings. Because if you're not counting and you're not keeping track of all the things that you're good at, the things that are good in your life, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on the negative. And once you focus and fixate on the negative, it's over for you. It really is. You start hanging out with low vibration, low frequency people. You start to have low frequency, low vibration interactions, talks, communications. And what happens is you start to fall into a trap. And that trap usually is coupled with some depression and some anxiety. And once you are in that mode of the depression and the anxiety and not counting your blessings and not being good at something, guess what you turn to? Drugs and alcohol. And they're made very readily available. The reason being is once you start to decide to get into the arena of drugs and alcohol, what happens is you start getting into debt. Because you start making bad decisions, right? One bad decision leads to another, and then you realize 20 years later that holy fuck, my life is just a bunch of bad decisions. And this is why I ask you to count your blessings, right? You wake up in the morning, first thing you do is, thank you, my eyes opened up. Thank you, my lungs are still working. Thank you, my digestion is working. And when you start acting with that kind of energy and frequency and vibration, what happens is the world conspires to take care of you, because most of the people go through this life unaware, completely fucking unbelievably unaware. They don't know how many blessings they have. They don't know what they're good at. And I'll tell you something, this whole fucking pension thing about, oh, turning 65 and I'm going to go on pension, I'm going to retire. Those people were never good at anything. That's why they want to do nothing. When you get good at something and you start doing it for a lifetime and you get really proficient at it, what happens is... I lost my train of thought. I don't know if I'm going to edit this or not. When you become good at it, you want to do it for the rest of your life. And you enjoy doing it. And when you enjoy something and you're good at it, you'd want to do it for the rest of your life. And that's how it works. That's the metric of it. That's the pattern. And I want you to learn these patterns through taking my Man School program. Because Man School is a method of thinking where you can be the best possible person you could possibly be. And it's not any different than being anybody else. The only difference is you could be one of those 1% of the people who don't have debt, who wake up happy, who are not medicated, who are not influenced by drugs, alcohol, the media. You understand? You get to live a life that belongs to you and only you. Because at the end of the day, we get one shot at this life. One shot. But if you know anything about anything, one shot's all you need. I encourage you to check out my website. I encourage you to buy my book, and I encourage you to reach higher, aim higher, be better, and count your blessings. There you have it.